Hello, Leo. Welcome to your weekly tarot reading here on Dove and Serpent Tarot. This is for the week of January 1st through January 7th. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you, and that way you won't miss any of your weekly tarot readings. Let's find out what the general energy is. What is the message coming through for Leo for this coming week? Six of Discs, very nice. This is material success. This is kind of the harmony of everything, right? I think this is going to be a good week. But let's lay out the rest of our Dove and Serpent spread, all right? And of course, that is going to include a mystery card, a bonus card, a confirmation card, and I think today we're going to go with the trusty Rider-Waite-Smith deck for our mystery card, our bonus card. This is all pre-shuffled, so let's just take a card at random. Put it right over there. We're not going to look at that until the very end. So stick around to the end of the video, and hopefully that will, tie the reading together and give us that confirmation that we're looking for at the very end. So let's see what else we've got. We've got some fire, some earth, some major, some water. We've got quite a bit of air, some more earth, some more fire and water. So it seems fairly balanced, right? We've got a couple major arcana cards. We have a nice balance of the elements. So I think things are really going to be going pretty well for you this week, right? I don't know what the issue is, why you're in your tarot reading right now. If there's some specific thing going on with this air sign person, because they're kind of at the beginning and the end of the week here for you, okay? I'm going to jump around a little bit. We've got this Knight of Swords in the recent past, and in the near future, we've got a Queen of Swords. Okay, so I think that there is something going on with an air sign person in your life. I think perhaps there was either some new connection, some new issue, new conversation. Could be just a brand new person, right? Especially with this Knight of Swords, this is showing that it's kind of like a quick onrush of this communication, right? It could have been someone that just, maybe you haven't spoken to them for a while. Maybe there was just some urgent matter that they had to talk to you about, or it's just you started things up with this person again. It could be a new person in your life, okay? It could be kind of a quick meeting with someone. I don't think it's romantic. I think it's business related. And I see that they are kind of still there at the end of the week. You know what I mean? Like they're kind of there in the recent past, and then as time goes on, as you come to what the real meat of the matter is, what the real heart of the reading is today, which is that Six of Discs. After all of this is kind of worked through and experienced, that air sign person is still going to be there at the end of it all, okay? So I think that they are maybe in some way going to be involved in this material success, right? That's the key word of the card here, material success. I think that is through a lot of hard work on your part. We have this Hierophant energy, this Taurus energy that's kind of crossing that Six of Discs this week. So I think it's through a lot of your endurance, a lot of your hard work and efforts is really leading to some great success this week. Okay, I think whatever projects you have working, whatever kind of goals you're aiming for, whatever kind of a really productive, successful start to this new year you're looking for, I think you're going to achieve it. Okay, I think things are going to be in alignment for you. I think the energies are really there for you in a very balanced way. Okay, like I said, we have a real balance of the elements. We have some good major arcana cards, especially this Hierophant card. This is showing not only hard work and cooperation, right? Maybe cooperation with this air sign person, but it is also this sense of just having a kind of inner guidance, right? Like you just kind of have this intuition, this knowledge of how to go, where to go, what to do to lead to this success, to really manifest this Six of Discs. And the Six of Discs, or Pentacles, whatever you want to call them, is a real, like I said, real alignment of energy. It's a real beauty and harmony in your physical world. So things are going to be just running like clockwork, as they say. All right, it's going to be a real alignment of this energy for you. And it's going to lead to some success. Now, what kind of business you're in or what kind of success we're really talking about, I'm not sure, but I think it's going to involve this Hierophant energy. It's going to involve the cooperation between people. It's going to involve helping others and getting help from others. Okay, this could be representing a Taurus person in your life. It's possible. But this is a major arcana card. This is some heavyweight energy. I think this is an overall sense of the cooperation and the hard work and the endurance, really putting in the hours, right, to create this success here with the Six of Pentacles. Now, how does this air sign person factor in? I'm not quite sure. But I think maybe they are that just the missing piece of this harmony that we're looking for, of this beautiful manifestation of this success. Now, this could be in your personal life as well, right? This could be just the success of some project in your home or in your personal life. It could be a professional thing. I kind of think professional, like in your business, the place that you work, the company you work for, because there's this larger group of people. Now, this larger group of people could be your family. It could be, your domestic sphere, right? Your household. But to me, it feels more like an organization that you're associated with. And this Knight of Swords could be a new person coming into that organization that is just going to kind of liven things up a little bit, kind of be like the unifying force, right? It's just kind of that one thing that's been missing that is the glue that kind of holds everything together now, all right? And I see at the end of the week or at the end of this Six of Pentacles business, they're still there, but they've changed form. It's not just the swift onrush of the energy now. It's a little bit more stable, a little bit more balanced, more mature. It's more understanding, more compassionate. It's developed a personal relationship, kind of. It's more comfortable there. So it could be something like a new manager coming in. It could be just a new associate, a new business partner for you, something like that, right? Someone, I think, new. Again, it could be someone that you already know, but you're starting the communication with them again, right? They're kind of coming back into things. So it could be someone that has left the company that is now coming back. It could be an old friend that now you've decided to kind of get them a job where you work, and they're coming in and they're kind of creating that family atmosphere now, the final component that's going to lead to this wonderful success that we have here. Now, this is material success, so it's definitely a lucrative, prosperous, rewarding business, right? But it also has the emotional and intellectual satisfaction too. It really feels like a happy place now. You know what I mean? And this is because everything's finally in alignment. All of the bad energy is gone. The good energy is coming in. It's really a beautiful, balanced, harmonious situation. Now, leave me some comments. Let me know if this is a professional thing for you, or if this is, in the domestic life, in your personal life, your home life. It feels to me that it's more professional. So we have this air sign person. We talked about them. We talked about the Hierophant, which could be related to a Taurus person, but I think it's more of the cooperation between everyone involved, everyone that's in your near vicinity, right? In this company that you work for, or in this group of people that we're talking about. And now at the top of everything, we've got this Six of Wands. Now, this is another beautiful, harmonious, balanced card. I'll tell you, we have a lot of sixes in the reading today. We have this Six of Pentacles that we talked about, the balanced, harmonious, material success, right? Now we've got this Six of Wands. We have another six over here. We'll get to that in just a moment. But the Six of Wands here, I think, is your aspiration. It's at the top of the path of the dove. So this is what you're really striving for. You're striving for this kind of success. I think you've struggled with this business or this career or this company that you work, whatever this kind of work is that you do. I think you've struggled with it recently. Maybe this past year wasn't the most productive or successful year. So you're kind of striving for this. You're striving to be the best. You're striving to kind of come out on top, to be successful, to be victorious, but not over other people. This is a sense of being victorious over, how do I say it? Like your own feeling of failure or your own kind of lack of accomplishment, right? What I'm trying to say is it's not the circumstances that you're trying to battle and fight against and win over. It's just kind of the standard that you hold yourself to, your own personal work ethic, your own personal feeling of accomplishment, right? So we get that with the Six of Wands. It's not about defeating other people, right? It's about always doing your best, always exceeding your own kind of limits, breaking your own records, I guess, is the phrase that I'm looking for, right? You're trying to just be a little bit more productive, a little bit more successful than you were last week, last month, last year, you know? And I say that because we're at the top of the path of the dove. This is kind of the overall light that's shining on the reading, kind of the reading in a nutshell. And it's this sense of pushing the limits, pushing the boundaries, pushing your own capabilities, breaking your own records, you know? And I feel like that is, you're very success-oriented in that way, but it's not a ruthless kind of cutthroat, you know, ambition. It's more harmonious. Again, we've got that 6 energy, that beauty, that balance, that harmony. Your success is really for your own kind of, you know, inner sense of accomplishment, but you want to bring all of your friends, all of your brothers and sisters up with you. You know what I mean? And that's where we get some more of this Hierophant energy, this Taurus energy. It really is about this cooperation, you know? And if one person is failing, then the entire company or the entire organization is failing, you know? So your success doesn't matter so much if you can't bring everyone else up with you. You know what I mean? But down here beneath the surface, this is like an underlying factor. It's kind of an unconscious thing here. And this is some of the limited water that we see in the reading today. We have a little bit more water, but there's this in particular on kind of the unconscious level. And I think this is a little bit, well, you know, it's kind of juxtaposed with the Six of Wands, right? We've got a Six of Wands at the top, is what you're aspiring to. Then we've got the Seven of Cups at the bottom, which is kind of like your tendency to take the challenges, take these battles, these fights, take these slow accomplishments, right? I don't want to say failures, but to take these kind of losses really hard, right? I think they really do affect you emotionally. And you kind of have a tendency to get down in this funk, right? When things aren't quite going well. And I think this has been happening recently. Like I said, maybe there hasn't been the tremendous success. Like last year maybe wasn't as successful as you wanted it to be. So there's this tendency to kind of get down on yourself, to have this kind of self-pity, to be a little bit depressed, honestly. You know, I'm getting this feeling that you just kind of like some days are just you don't want to get out of bed because it's been a struggle, you know? And I feel like there's a tendency to overindulge in that kind of pity, that kind of dejected feeling, okay? With the Seven of Cups, I feel like it's not a state that you like to be in. But once you're in there, you kind of sink into it more than you should. Does that make sense? And it might take you a little bit longer to pull yourself out of that. It might take something else to pull you out of that. It could be that's what this air sign is all about, these swords here, which I think is that air sign person that's either coming back into your life or coming back into the workplace or, you know, starting the communication with you again. And in some way that contributes to this great harmony and success and beauty that we see, this balance, you know. So it could be this air sign person is helping to pull you out of this funk that you sometimes get into. Okay, but I really think this is the beginning of a really awesome year for you. I've got to say, with that 6 of discs coming out like that, you know, if this is kind of foreshadowing the rest of the year for you, it's going to be a lot of harmony, a lot of balance. There's going to be a lot of moving parts, a lot of pieces that are going to have to remain in alignment. But so long as you put the focus on that and you keep with this hard-working, cooperative energy, helping others, allowing help into your life, I think you can maintain this Six of Pentacles for a long time. I think it's going to pretty much foreshadow the whole year. So I think with that, we should move over to the path of the Serpent, okay? I'm sensing some kind of a G name. I don't know if this air sign person has a G name, first or last name, starts with a G. I'm getting a strong image of a G. I don't know if that means anything, but let's hold off on that. Your general energy, Six of Cups. I think this, we really are kind of going back and forth between, we've had the Six of these Wands, which is your kind of ambition, your enthusiasm to go out there and do a good job and always push yourself to do your best. But then we alternate with this kind of feeling, this period of depression or melancholy, this kind of pity, this kind of wallowing in the muck a little bit. And now we're back to the Six of Cups. Now we're back on the other side of the coin, where it's harmony and beauty and balance. And this is your general energy. So I think the energy that you're trying to put forward is this Six energy, because look, we have six, we have a six. Don't read too much into the sixes, okay? And then we have a third six. So these are all about balance and harmony and beauty and perfect alignment and resonance, right? I think it's if you maintain a certain frequency inside of you, in your emotions, in your willpower, your spirit, in your physical kind of body, right? If you can maintain that inner frequency, that resonance is going to match and be mirrored in the external world. Okay? So that's physical, that's emotional over here, and then this is in terms of your spiritual harmony, spiritual resonance. So it really is about kind of battling against this depression, battling against this tendency to kind of wallow in the muck a little bit. Okay? So this Seven of Cups is really talking about or expressing or trying to show you how you can get out of this, right? How do you become victorious over this feeling, this tendency, this maybe kind of habitual, depressive state a little bit, this low tendency. It's with this. It's with maintaining the harmony and resonance within you and allowing that to be mirrored in the external world. And that, of course, is through this Hierophant, right? It's through the cooperation. It's through the real care and concern for other people, trying to be of service, trying to help others, and allowing yourself to be helped, allowing other people into your life to support you and take care of you and help you in this, whatever work this is. If this is professional, personal, it doesn't matter. The real key thing here is the cooperation and really focusing on the resonance and harmony with the people around you. And I think that this air sign person, maybe with a G name, I think they're bringing some of this insight to you. They're going to be like they're going to be the conduit for some of this insight, some of this information, some of this realization for you. In some way, they're going to be involved here. And it could just be, an old friend going to call you up and that's going to give you some kind of synchronicity, something like that. The next card that we see on the path of the Serpent is this High Priestess card. And this is the card that's giving me that G name that I'm thinking of. It could be related to the air sign person. This card is in the position of your relationships. So I think you are kind of looking for this inspiration from other people. I think you're looking to see, if other people match your hard work, your work ethic, your ambition, your striving, your joy and enthusiasm. If other people around you can match your Six of Wands, I think that's going to be like the sign that you need, the inspiration that you need, right? To kind of keep going, to push things further. Right? So it's like you are kind of, in a way, waiting for the rest of the world to respond to all of this Six energy that we have, right? Which is the three internal reflected as the three in the external. And the threes are all about the potential abundance, right? This kind of joy and this enthusiasm, this eagerness to create, right? In whatever realm, physical, mental, emotional, in the spiritual realms. So it seems to me like you are kind of waiting for this response from everyone else. You know, you're putting forward your efforts, your energy, your vibe, your frequency, and you just want to see that it's going to be that it's going to be reflected back to you. And again, I'm getting a G name with this air sign person. That is in some way going to either be that resonance, that reflection back, or they're going to be some way involved in the Six of Pentacles, this material success, the actual flow and rhythm of whatever work this is that you're doing. Now, the next card is one of my favorite cards of the Thoth deck, of any tarot deck, 9 of Pentacles, 9 of coins, right? We can call it coins right now because this is a gain. This is really some actual physical gains and success and like abundance coming in, manifesting. So this is you on the receiving end of that payday, that reward, that benefit, that paycheck, that success. It's like the, you're finally like hitting that jackpot, okay? And I think that this is really the outcome of the Six of Pentacles, right? We go from 6 to 9. We were talking about the threes, 3, 6, 9. Very special numbers. And with the 9 here, this is really the kind of the foundation of it all, really. If this is a business, this is the reason for the business, right? It's a for-profit enterprise. So if it's not actually bringing in a revenue, an income, then it's kind of, it's just a hobby or something, right? Which is fine too, but I think the focus is on creating the success, right? And I think this 6 of Pentacles is going to kind of pay out this 9 of coins, right? Or 9 of diamonds, as they're called. So I think there is going to be this kind of success and this reward from all of this work you're doing. And again, this is leaning toward the business side of things, a professional reading, right? But this may resonate in different ways for you. If this resonates more in your personal life, in your domestic life, the home situation, then that is valid too, because I can see how all of this energy could apply to your household. And this 9 of coins or diamonds really is, I think, a crucial part of any kind of operation, right? Whether this is professional or personal, whether this is just internal in a spiritual or mystical kind of way for you. This is actually seeing the tangible physical plane, right? You can hold it in your hand, results of the work that you're doing, okay? And the 9s also have this tendency to inspire more creativity. It's kind of, it really is a foundational card. It's the card that all of the other cards kind of rest upon. So if you're not seeing the benefits, if you're not seeing the gains from what you're doing, you may not have any of this other energy, the 6s, the 3s, to keep going, to keep doing this work. Right? So there has to be some sort of reward met along the way. The foundation of what you're doing is, and I'm not saying that you're doing it all for the reward or doing it just for the money, but I think that to see the physical, tangible results, whether it's financial or otherwise, to be able to bring your success down to the physical plane in tangible results, right, is motivation to keep going, keep doing more work. And then there'll be more of that physical, tangible success, okay? And it doesn't have to be financial. I think a lot of us would like it to be financial. I think the finances are an important aspect of any of our situations, right? But the next card that we see is, this is kind of a different energy. This is more of the fire energy that we started to see with the 6 of Wands. This is the 8 of Wands. This is telling me that things are going to start happening quickly. Okay? Especially when this air sign, maybe the G name, comes into the situation, it's really going to kind of light a fire underneath you. Okay? If you find yourself falling into this mode here, this 7 of Cups feeling kind of mode. Whatever communication this is with this air sign person, maybe that G name, that is going to pull you quickly out of that, because I think there's going to be a lot to do. You're kind of going to be called upon to take action very quickly, right? It's almost like that phone call that says, hey, we need you to come in right now, right? And you have to stop what you're doing. You have to pull yourself out of whatever it is and go and take action. So it's going to be very, very demanding and very kind of almost frantic draws on your energy. Okay, it's going to require quick action, quick decision, not a lot of overthinking, right? We didn't see too many swords cards here. We had the original swords for this air sign person, but in terms of your energy, there's not a lot of analysis or overthinking. There's not a lot of internal debate or rationalizing. You know, there's not a lot of that. And I think that's good. It's all about feeling and action and spirit and heart. It's not a lot about, there really isn't anything else here. Unless the confirmation card maybe is going to show some clarity of thought. I don't feel like it's a situation that you really are thinking too much about, right? I don't think that is I don't think that's the primary mode for you right now. I think it's all about action and heart. Right? Which, you know, are two things I think Leo is very good at, taking action and having that heart, you know. And I think it's going to be something you have to just keep going with. This Eight of Wands is not allowing a lot of time for second guessing, for the internal debate, to kind of weigh the options. You don't have time to sit down and make a pros and cons list, make a mind map or a word chart, you know. You just kind of have to feel it and do it. And I think that's going to be a large part of the success here. And especially with this air sign person, I'm curious who this air sign person is and if there really is this G name associated with them. I'm getting that feeling quite strongly. But let's take a look at this mystery card now. Clear those things away. This could be any number of things, really. I would like to probably see some more major arcana cards. Maybe an Empress card would be pretty good here. But let's find out what we've got. Well, we've got this Eight of Cups. Okay. The Eight of Cups is kind of, it's a little bit pessimistic, I think. It might be showing a little bit of this kind of sinking down into this kind of pit a little bit. Okay. With the Eight of Cups, I feel like in some ways, you know, just like the figure on this card is kind of walking away from all of that water. Now, this could be taken in context with the Seven. Right? If we take it in context with that, then this kind of changes the meaning of the card a little bit. This is saying that maybe you're moving past this tendency to wallow in this muckety muck, right? Maybe you're choosing to walk away from that indulgence, from that self-pity, that despair, okay? And that could be because of this fire and water energy that we saw in the reading, this action and this heart. Could be you're walking away from all of this negative water. Okay. It could be walking away from literally the indulgence in, you know, the water element that you recognize is not good for you. Right? So you're walking away. You're moving from a 7 to an 8 of Cups. You're still feeling the despair in some instances, right? Some days are still going to be bad days. But you're choosing not to indulge in that. You're choosing to walk towards something else, to walk towards the dry land, toward the sunshine, right? Toward the fire and away from the water. So you're leaving something behind, kind of. Now, with the Eight of Cups, it's also, you still have this feeling like the water, that positive water, right? That the Six of Cups energy that we saw on the path of the Serpent. You still feel like some of that heart is draining from you, especially on days that are like this. It's easy to kind of feel like you're losing heart. All of this enthusiasm, all this joy and love is just kind of, it's leaving, it's draining from you. But In the Rider-Waite deck for the Eight of Cups, it's a little bit of a different story. This is kind of walking away from this Cups energy. Now, this might be interpreted as you're kind of walking away from the love, beauty, and harmony that we had here with the Six of Cups, right? And that wouldn't be too great. But I don't think these two cards are meant to go together today. I think what you're really walking away from is the Seven of Cups. Going from the 7 to the 8. It's not perfect. You know, maybe we could walk toward the 6 of Cups, you know. But you're walking towards the 8. You're not just completely done with this 7 of Cups. You can't just flip a switch and be completely rid of this kind of tendency, right? But you're moving in a different direction. You're not just staying stagnant in this, because this is not a very nice looking card, is it? So I see that you're kind of, you know, you're headed in a different direction. You're intentionally walking away from this. And I think this is a great confirmation. I think that we maybe didn't focus enough on that aspect of it, but I think that's an important factor for you. And I really would like you to consider this 7 and this 8 of Cups and what they mean together, like as we've been talking about. We're going to take a look at this a little bit in the extended. If you want to stick around, you can become a member to the channel. All of the information is down in the description box. It's a great way to support the channel. It really does help us out a lot here, and I really do appreciate everyone who has become a member and everyone who is watching this video. I appreciate you. Thank you. This was your weekly tarot reading on Dove and Serpent Tarot. This is for the week of January 1st through January 7th, and I'll see you again.